guys, today we will discuss the topic is microwave junctions. Waveguide junctions are used when power in a waveguide needs to be split or some extracted. There are a number of different types of waveguide junctions that can be used, each type of having different properties. The different types of waveguide junctions affect the energy contained within the waveguide in different ways. When selecting a waveguide junction, balances between performance and cost need to be made, and therefore an understanding of the different types of waveguide junctions is useful. Here the waveguide junctions are mainly three types. One is H-type T junction, E-type T junction, magic T waveguide junction. Here the figure is E-type junction. This is E-type junction. This form of waveguide junction gains its name as E-type T junction because the top of the T extends from the main waveguide. This is main waveguide. This is extended from the main waveguide in the same plane as the electric field in the waveguide. Here this is mainly we'll discuss. Here the two sides are there. This is the broader side. This is broader side and this is narrow side. Here the waveguide is extended from the main waveguide to the parallel to electric field, and this is the narrow side. Here the E-plane T is a waveguide T in which the axis of its side arm is parallel to E field. This is parallel to E field. If the collinear arm is symmetric about the side arm, the dimensions of a side arm is equal to the main waveguide. If the E-plane T is perfectly matched with the A-dub screw tuners at the junction, the diagonal components of the scattering matrix are zero because there will be no reflections. Okay, we will discuss the topic about scattering matrix later. Okay, and when the waves are fed into inside arm, okay, the waves are appearing at port 1 and port 2 of the collinear arm will be in a opposite phase and at the same magnitude. Okay, so once the wave is fed from port 3, here the wave is appearing from port 1 and port 2 of the collinear arms will be no opposite in a, this is when the wave is emerges out of port 1 and port 2 or in out of phase or opposite phase, means here the waves are exactly 180 degrees of phase shift emerges from port 1 and port 2. The waves are opposite nature, 180 degrees of phase shift when the wave is fed from port 3. The wave is or fed from port 1 and port 2. The additive wave will come from port 3. The resultant wave will come from port 3. This is E-plane junction. Here the next one is H-plane T junction. This type of waveguide junction is called an H-type T junction because the long axis of the main top of T arm is parallel to the plane of the magnetic lines of force in the waveguide. It is characterized by the fact that the two outputs from the top of the T section in the waveguide are in phase with each other. If the wave is fed from port 3, the wave comes out from port 1 and port 2 are in phase. And previously we are discussing the topic is E-plane junction. Here in that the wave is comes out from the port in 180 degrees of phase shift, means out of phase wave come from port 1 and port 2. Here the difference is when are the in H-plane junction, the wave fed from port 3, the waves out of port 1 and port 2 are in phase and same magnitude. 1 and 2 are the collinear arms. And one more thing you have to remember, other guys, and what is the difference between the H plane T plane junction is, here the arm is attached to here which side, this is narrow side, and in E plane junction the arm is added to in parallel to your broader section. Okay, the next one is a magic T. A magic T is a combination of E plane and H plane T. The characteristics of magic T are: if two waves of equal magnitude and same phase are fed into port 1 and port 2. Here this is port 1 and port 2. Port 3 is the E arm and port 4 is the H arm. Okay, and the wave is fed into port 1 and port 2. The output will be 0 at port 3. Okay, this is not port 1, this is E arm. When the wave, or here it is, wave is 0 at port 3 and added at port 4. If a wave is fed into port 4, it will be divided equally between port 1 and port 2 of the collinear arms and will not appear at port 3. If a wave is fed into port 3, here the wave is fed into port 3, it will produce an output of equal magnitude and opposite phase at port 1 and port 2. Here the wave is out of phase of port 1 and port 2 when the wave is fed from port 3, and automatically the output of port 4 is 0 because of both are in perpendicular and E arm and H arm. And if the wave is fed into one of any arm or one or two, the wave fed into one of the collinear arm, port 1 or port 2, it will not appear in the other collinear arm. If I consider port 1, the wave fed into port 1 and it does not appear at port 2. If the wave fed into port 2, the wave does not appear at port 1. Because of the E arm causes a phase delay while H arm causes a phase advance. Due to that, the wave is when fed from port 1 doesn't appear at port 2, and when I consider port 2 doesn't appear at port 1. And this is the about magic T.